Okay, yeah, as expected, that one's not working. Two, one, and blam. Okay, there. There we go. I don't know why, but it's always that way. Do need a stick real quick. Stick of some unremarkable size. I'm gonna laugh my ass off for doing this, but oh, yeah. Hey guys, I'll be back in just a second. I know what I'm doing now. Sorry, needed stirring rods. Chopsticks to the rescue, guys. Chopsticks. All right. So today, we're gonna stain these handles. And this guy is here to be a proof of concept. Wax paper, always good. Mainly, proof of concept, what I mean by that is, I don't know exactly how these stains are going to react to the wood. Because I didn't get all of the prior stain out of the handles. What? What should I make into an emote? What part? Me popping in and going, oh, hey guys, I'll be back in a second? Or am confused?
This.
Oh, I got a clip. Let's play.
Peekaboo.
Hey guys, I'll be back in just a second. I know what I'm doing now. Hey guys, I'll be back in just a second. I know what I'm doing now. All right, I'm gonna have to save that clip and do some work so that what I'm probably gonna do is have it just pop up off the screen. If I can find a way to green screen it, that would actually be kind of fun. Or yeah, an animated emote. We can always make another emote. And start moving some of the lesser ones down to free. So right now, I'm going to take the handles off of the saws, the good prepped handles, I should say. And put the saws back in their position in my toolbox so that I know which one's rip and which one is crosscut. Because like I said, the entire idea behind this was to get them stained two different colors so I can just look at the saw. So right now we're taking the handle off the rip. And here's the fun part. Doesn't really matter which one I stain what color. It doesn't really matter because they're the same saw maker. If I stain this one and put it on the crosscut, all that matters is whatever color I put on crosscut is the crosscut color. Whatever color I put on rip cut is the rip cut color, because they are the same saw maker. The handles are the exact same. The blades are the same. Well, the blades are not the same. I'll put those there. Put this in the rip cut position so I don't lose track. Take out the crosscut. Yeah, and if you notice, they still have these nice pink streaks in them. But, I mean, we're going to see what happens like this. And I have a third handle that is called test stain. We're going to test the colors of stain that I have, see what they look like with this weird maroonish gunk, and pick out two colors. I have a walnut, but it is a polyurethane walnut, and I'm no, probably not going to use that. So like I said, I'm just using actual stains. Don't want to put poly on these handles. I'll probably put shellac on them though. So how was you guys' weeks? I'll have to look, like I said, Kat, I'll look into how to turn that into an emote. Hopefully animate. Well, I don't have another slot for animated.
Let me think.
These are going to be some uniquely weird looking handles. Like I said, I didn't have the gumption to just try and get every ounce of this reddish pinkish dye off of it. Okay, put those back in, blade off, put you in the crosscut. All right. Test handle.
I am still trying to remember what I did yesterday.
I mean, that's the goal. There you are. Okay.
Blackman paint set. I worked with him on my train layout.
Nice. Okay, so let's see what provincial looks like. Mind the rust. You know, I'm an idiot. I brought these down here so that I didn't stain my hands.
Oh yes, I smacked 0803 on my indoor fountain.
Oh, wow. Is it okay? Still work? Hold water? Put the thumb on the thumb side. Then the other finger should fit. This is a new one for you guys because I know you've seen me do this before and I'm like, I don't need gloves. Slime and I are going somewhere this afternoon, and I don't need stained hands for that.
Obviously what I did not last week while improvement typing. Life in paint says, what size is your fountain cat?
Okay, provincial, we're gonna do here.
Cat underscore IE underscore stk says, like half a meter in diameter, round.
Okay, provincial actually looks good. Looks kind of like a walnut. Hides the red tones well.
Gonna be like a volcano but with a spiral.
Oh, nice. All right. And then most likely one of the winning combinations here, one of my favorite ones to do, red mahogany. But we'll find out. The other one is ebony, and it's probably just going to straight up lose because it's a transparent stain. Stick. Stick, 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 stick. Do, 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 do.
At least that is what it looks like in my head. It will likely end up looking like a potato in reality.
Okay, take a clean one. Like what I'm doing right now, guys, just so you know, is like I said, I don't know how the stain's going to react to wood that already has stain in it. So I'm just letting it go on, see what it looks like when we take it off. In fact, oh yeah, that's straight sexy, like I thought it would be, but it's a little close to. Hey! Right now, provincial's just straight up winning. Okay. Now, honestly, I'm not liking the way the mahogany looks, but mahogany's kind of a weird one in the first place because I didn't like the way it looked on poplar either until I put shellac on it, and then it killed the. Okay. At this point. Yeah, the ebony does look like we're just trying to cover something up because you can see a little bit of red right there in the middle. I almost want to bring some shellac out in a few seconds and just put a layer of shellac on top just to like fully go, okay, this is what it actually will look like. In fact, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Let me go get my shellac brush. Get these off of here, because...
Show slime 741 says, in the top down I can see cans of stain, but not with your handling.
Yay! Fucking set up. Yes, I'm gonna use that. Because it never likes to show everything.
Cat underscore LE underscore stick AZ. Hey chill.
Oh, well, there's that.
Self Chen C says, ebony stain always pops after top coat.
It always looks like trash to me. I'm not gonna lie, but it might be because it's transparent. So it never looks like what I would want it to look like. There we go. Also, I could probably have done that. Okay, there. Mainly because, like, on lighter woods, you can definitely tell it's a black stain on lighter wood. I don't know. It's just, it looks a lot better when you put it on a darker wood because then it just enriches the darkness. But to me, like, you can't really tell on this from the camera, but I can see a pink streak all the way up the handle here on the test handle, and it looks terrible in the ebony, but the other ones have reds in them, so it looks quite a bit more like just a kind of just a color stain. But we'll find out in just a second here, because like I said, give it just a quick shellac, because right now the mahogany looks weird too. And oh yeah, let me fix the cables that fell because I was messing with the camera. All right, you're up, you're up. Good, okay, good, good, good. Got just a little bit of the stuff left, but I remember the mahogany looked weird on poplar, and then as soon as I put shellac on it, it fixed everything. It made it look way better. Plus, I don't want to stain them too similar. Oh God, yep, you've sealed yourself shut.
Slime 741 said, "Are you testing all the stains?"
The one.
You also grabbed the provincial stain I took out of the cabinet that's in the basement now?
Yes, I did take the provincial because we don't have any other kind of walnut. The one that I do have, the antique walnut, is a poly blend. And I don't want poly on these handles. Come on. So yeah, I've got provincial, ebony, and mahogany. Right now, provincial's a very big winner.
Special walnut should be in the cabinet.
Where? I didn't see it at all. Also, if you do find it, bring a chopstick. Okay. Yeah, we need a new lid for this guy. There we go. Oh wait, I've got a chopstick. Never mind. Yeah, if you find it, just bring it in. Because like I said, ebony's pretty much lost already. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like it. It doesn't mask the red at all. This is the best way to put it. Oh no, shellac's getting everywhere, as is tradition. Can you just drop it here? Or I'll get it. Just drop it right there.
It was literally right in the front. The lower shelf was like centered in the middle. You would have had to like move it to find the other stuff.
Okay, we're gonna let that sit for a second while we mix up the special walnut, which you said it would be one of those one or the other, because it looks like the mahogany's doing exactly what I thought it would do. And like all it needed was to not be, or to have a little bit of top coat on it. Ooh, look at all the distillates. And for those who are wondering, I use oil-based stains, and now that I'm thinking about it, I just did something stupid. I know, there we go, into the red can. I know some people like water-based stains, some people don't. Some people like oil-based stains. Oil-based stains seem to work for me. Period. Like, they're predictable, I can get them to work, I don't need to stain seal, so like, just let it do its thing. Okay. Yeah. Wipe off. And this is going to look grody anyways, just because, like I said, that one wasn't sanded correctly. So there's a bunch of actual finish still under it. But it's going to give me a good idea of what they look like. Gives that 5-10 seconds. Then we'll put some shellac over it. Because I find the shellac evens out the color. Just a little bit of top coat fixes a lot of things. And once I stain the handles though, we're probably not going to shellac them. We're going to give them proper soak in and dye times. Ugh. Ugh. But then again, I am looking at a huge patch of paint or stain that never got fully removed. Got to look down the edge of the handles. So give that a little bit of time to dry and we will start looking. But I'm almost certain ebony is going to be a loser. And it's, like I said, it's more of a personal taste that I've never liked the way that ebony stain looks. No, the shellac helped it. Honestly, it might be provincial. And special walnut, because they both look fairly nice. Provincial definitely is a winner. I mean, it's probably going to be my dark color. Not sure how I like the mahogany on the handles. Doesn't look quite right. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna close up, because I mean, like this, and I hate to say it, but I mean, like, you gotta look right here. You can't look down on these stripes here. And then provincial is like right about here. I think that might be the winning combo here, guys. Yeah, let me clunk. Get some squares out. Like I said, the lid on this ball container is basically done. All right. Okay, so we are going to close this one for sure. The only reason I bought the ebony really was for a where is it at? Was for the okay, that's closed. Was for the we know that that one's losing, but let's see, provincial, yeah. I'm kind of worried though about special walnut. No, we're gonna go with those two. Go with my gut. Because we sanded.
Chen C said, ebony stain can be useful for accents and tinting other stains.
Yes, I mean, it is useful. It's just not what I typically do. And like I bought it for, Jesus, I can't think of what, the cribbage set to tint down the pegs. Okay, so. Okay, now. Oh, I'm already stripping these gloves off. That's actually on purpose after playing around with multiple colors of dye. Now, we're gonna take one handle, go all out, and get it stained. And then change gloves again for that. I'm picky when it comes to staining stuff. If I'm doing two different dyes, I'm gonna make sure, gotta make sure you don't cross-contaminate. I think provincial is gonna look better on this one because it's not as evenly it's uneven with the stain that is still there. All right. And like I said, I am weird. I don't use brushes. Ooh. Yes, see that? Right there already just screams at me that I made the right choice for this handle. That is just way better than what it looked like from the factory.
What's weird about not using brushes?
Well, I don't know. Like, until recently, like, I thought it was normal to rag on stain, and then everyone started telling me that, no, that's not how you do it. And I'm like, well, I've done it for 20 or so years. And it always comes out very nice, very even. I don't have to worry about brush marks. Okay, yeah, look at how much better this looks than what it used to look like. I wish I had a picture to just bring up to you guys, but I mean, can definitely get you a before and after of what the stain from PAX looked like. Because it was just that weird reddish opaque handle, and they have these nice beach handles underneath it. Yes, I definitely made the right choice with this. Also, this prevents me from like overusing stain. We're gonna leave that there. Yeah, and see the red, okay, that tells me a lot of what's going on here. The red stain does show up quite a bit, but it doesn't look bad, which is good. We may want to put another coat on here in a second. Okay, I know I just gave you guys the whole, I don't want to cross-contaminate, blah, 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 blah. But at this point, I'm itching to see how this one goes, because I'm not exactly certain. Like I said, I chose the more evenly blended one though with this one, which was technically the rip handle.
Oh really, so I have been applying stain and other finishes incorrectly for 40YRS. Glad I have found that out.
Well, like I said, it's just recently everyone has been saying, oh, you got to do it with a brush. And I was like, I've never done it with a brush, and I've never had the problems that people all talk about. Like, also, like, I'm pretty sure you understand this, Chance, though, but like, there's no excess. Like, it gets brushed on, it gets wiped on, comes right back off. Okay, so like, okay, good. Chance, you're with me on this, I guess. Rag on stain. Oh, wow.
Ones are due to poor prep. LOL.
Very true. Very, very true. Yeah, and yeah, this is going to have a really weird red streaky look to it. Actually, it's not all that bad. It's kind of the color I was hoping to get for the light color, like with the mahogany. Like another coat might make it actually look like mahogany because of that red streak all through it, because I didn't bother to take all of the red stain off of it. And give that a few minutes. You guys are probably going to be like, oh, this is one of those streams where you get to watch paint dry, guys. You get to watch paint dry.
Dip, airbrush, even roller.
Yeah.
No point in limiting technique.
Yeah, it's just, this is what I'm comfortable with stain. For me, it's always ragging, because it never goes wrong for me. If it doesn't go wrong, I'm not going to fix it. I'm not going to fix something that works correctly for me every time. And I mean, Chance, you probably saw me. The toolbox over there, I just straight up painted, because I painted it with a chip brush. I didn't even use a high quality brush, and it still came out excellent. It looks like hell right now because it went through a flood, but that's more of that's a testament to its durability at this point. I mean, I may touch it up at some point and put some more, I'd wipe it down with some alcohol and then put a little layer of milk paint over everything, and then put shellac over it again. But I think it looks nice with being beaten up by actual circumstances and not chains. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the way they're looking.
I personally am on Team Sponge.
Sponge is good. Honestly, it's more of, I don't mind what method you use, just don't tell me mine's wrong. Because there's 1,000, there's, pardon the term cat, but there's 100 ways to skin a cat. Yeah, I think one more layer of stain. I was nervous about how much the red would show through, but the Provincial evened out the splotchy one. And this one just, like I said, it's just enough stain to kind of like make it a red undertone as opposed to pink. That weird pinkish brown color that it came originally. Either way, I can definitely, yeah.
Which choice is what is appropriate?
I can definitely tell the two apart from a mile away, which is the big thing I wanted to do. Okay. I guess what I'm getting at is if you got a method that gives you predictable results, then you got a method that works for you. If it gives you predictable results, you'll be able to replicate those results. Oh, this thing's looking stupid sexy now. Okay. Much happiness. Come on. For me, ragging has given me very consistent results. Like I said, the one thing I was nervous about was how the prior stain that was still in the wood was going to show through the stains. That's why I had that spare handle. It's got the same problems as, whoo, oh boy, this thing looks dead on amazing.
Silk paint, you can rub it out with steel wool or sandpaper and recoat.
Well,
Or in fact, a different color can be nice.
Yeah, I want to take the shellac off the top of it before I recoat it though. Which will take 10 seconds. It just takes some vodka and some time. Okay, now. Okay, that second coat, just to deepen it. It was not waxed. I did not wax the. Okay, that. Yeah, we're doing good here, guys. Get a little bit more on you.
Just stuff it in. Life in paint set. So messy.
Oh, that's how life is. That's why I got wax paper. Okay, over to the red can. As I've preached several times before, oil-based finishes, red can. Get yourself a red can or lay it out on concrete. Never put it in the trash can unless you really want to fire. Okay, wipe off the excess. This might be a very, very short stream. Okay, clean side. because you do want, technically you want your, you want the stain to fully cure before you start sealing it in. But I do think the major purpose of redoing the handles has been achieved. I can definitely tell you one handle from the other. And that was the major purpose of it. And the Provincial kind of toned the red down to a weird mahogany color. Or wait, not the Provincial, the Special Walnut, actually. I'm seeing one thing that didn't take. There we go. Get that in there, right at the top and the bottom of the handle. But while we're at it, just even it out. So this might be more of a Q&A session, guys. What's next? Because like I said, okay, let me rag this off real quick. This also helps, like, just and how fast the stain will actually cure. I mean, you've taken all the excess off and just letting it soak in.
No more handles to fix.
Well, I mean, there's always stuff like that to do. I mean, like this guy, I at least need to, and if you look at it under there, you can tell, like, all I got to do is that, and you can tell that all of the shellac is just like cracking off. So I do need to play around with those. This one absolutely does not need fixing. This is the one from James Wright. Came after the flood. It does need sharpening though. My 5.5 point. But I probably do need to take the finish off of the other two backsaws and just, or not backsaw, sorry, the other two hand saws, and at least shellac them. Okay, but why did I take that off when I got a close? God, I'm an idiot. Yes, I am. Like I said, I'm also trying to keep my hands from getting covered in stain because we've got to go somewhere and look decent in the afternoon. All right, so boop, boop, boop. Like I said, I do like it. They look similar, yet different. And like I said, different enough that I can definitely say, this one's crosscut, this one's not.
Self-chancy set.
Very true. But let me just do it here. Here, where you can sit pretty. Take this off of that portion. And you'll also notice that all of my stains were min wax. It's just, that's personal preference. Each their own. Like I said, it's one of those, I found something that works, it works, we're gonna keep with it. So, and I'm gonna keep these on, because now they're just minimal. So now, we have,
Being said, I was thinking since you were in the group, you would keep working on handles.
we might. There's also the mini shop, if I wanna build more on that. And something I was thinking about finally getting around to again was making the bow saw, the turning saw. Because I still have the turning saw kit, I still have all the pieces. Come on. Do you not recognize it?
Zone Chansey said, Minwax is at least consistent.
Yeah. All right, 1, 2. Okay, now you actually see me. Good. Sorry, I just want to sit on. Come on. Come on. You're struggling. I can see you're struggling. There we go. Oh, come on. Fight the camera.
Life in Pain said, you look like you are trying to train Max instead of operate a camera.
I know. This thing doesn't want to work anymore. Okay. Whatever. Okay, it doesn't want to work. We'll leave it not working. But I honestly don't have anything past this planned because it was like, A, I do need to stain them, but B, once I put stain on them, I'm kind of, what is this? Thank you. I'm kind of at the mercy of letting the stain take. I mean, we could wait for it to cure in. You know you got a good product when it warns you about spontaneous combustion on the back of it. Let me see what the full cure time is on this stuff. Okay, to darken, stain again 2 hours afterwards. Let completely dry before applying top coat. So like, that tells me at least 2 hours. And I usually wait till the next day to do top coats, tell you the truth. So, I mean, I could probably start making more top coat or making more shellac. Need to get a new jar lid. This is where it becomes just kind of fumbly bumbly stuff. And I may honestly put a secondary coat on it. I don't know. I said they don't look the best, but they got the job done, and I'm happy about that.
Shellac will make them look better.
Oh, yes, it will. And I mean, heck, this should be dry enough to handle. And this is just a single like sealing coat of shellac. let's stick around with this real quick. We already have like the seal coat in. And shellac, I'm not worried about being on my hands. That'll come off with alcohol.
Self-Chansey said, if it's cool in shop, it will take longer to cure.
Oh, they're gonna come in.
Components trapped under finish on handles.
You know what, we're gonna just keep coating this side. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait like a little bit of time and keep coating it. And see, like I said, I know where to look on the handle to know what it's gonna look like on these handles. And I know this one looks like absolute trash, but like I said, it didn't get sanded properly, so that's why. Another thing is the picture frame. We have, I have a set of miter clamps coming in so that I can get it all done at once. I do have 2 corners glued, but I do need at least 2 clamps to do the last 2 corners because you got to do it at the same time. But the miter clamps that I did buy have, one of them has Jesus, I know the name of the technique. Sawing into the miter function. It's actually got a track for a frame saw so that you can just saw down the miter and get the miter exact to itself. So there's no the variation in your sawing technique is picked up by both sides. Kind of like how you can edge join 2 boards, and it doesn't really matter if you're cockeyed because when you flip them and put them together, they account for each other.
Life in Paint said, oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, and then hopefully I'll figure out a way to hang up the frame with the maker stickers on it.
Harley_Reaper said, hi, and I really like the pallet coaster.
Oh, thanks. Pallet coaster I didn't actually make, but I decided to just start using it anyways. So your first time here, or at least first time talking here, Harley. Do you mind if I ask how you found us, or what interested you into this channel? Glad you're here.
First for both.
Gotcha.
Cat_LE_Stakay said, welcome in at Harley_RYDR.
Okay. So this is more of just seeing how shellac's going to bring out the stain.
Life in Paint
You're
said,
kind of
life to ride.
not gonna lie, Harley, you're kind of in here at like one of the most boring streams possible, where we're honestly waiting for the stain to fully absorb and cure on these handles, which will probably happen tomorrow. And in the meantime, just to fill out some time, I'm putting top coats of shellac on the handle
Harley_RYDR.
just to see how it's going to bring it out. Basically what we did is I had some frame back saws, brass back frame saws.
We are watching paint dry.
Yep, paint dry the stream. That I just didn't like the finish on, and then my shop actually went through a flood.
Got here by way of Boyd's Custom Fab.
Oh, yeah, Boyd's a good one. I love watching him too. So yeah, both he and I are in the Craftsman's Guild, and yeah, every once in a while I'll pop in on Boyd's stuff. Oh no, the pins holding that together are broken. That means I have to glue it. That's fine. I can definitely do that. But yeah, this is probably the most boring iteration of my stream, besides the ones where I break out my actual bit and brace and bore holes. Oh, thank you for the emotes there, Chill.
Yamazaki was members there on followed a few. You
Ah,
were one I followed.
well, thank you. Also, thank you for the follow, because actually, let's see if we can just initiate it and say, hey, that one's from you.
What's a pirate without a hat?
I should have probably prefaced, well, we're past. We're past playing with stains anyways, so at this point I'm not worried about getting these dirty, damaged, and everything else, so I really can't say, oh, I don't want to wear it because we're doing stuff. But we can. Let's see if it'll actually acknowledge my existence now. Thank you. It did, which is weird because usually it puts a fit on when I have the hat on, as opposed to when I have no hat on. All right. I really do like how fast shellac dries, so you can get like tons of coats on in one day. Right now we're just...
Chill Slime 741 said, what setting were you about to set up at your computer before I distracted you with hat?
Nothing. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about now. So, because I think I'm right here. Can you find me? There we go. Sorry, ObsBot gave up again. Thank you. Not really a setting. It's more of, okay, let's wake the mouse up. I was going to do this because I don't think Harley followed while we were streaming, so we're just going to make it.
Big fat ugly bug-faced baby eating O'Brien? Hi.
I don't know who that is, but that one's actually for Harley at this point. It just randomly, I should have put it.
Does the camera box think your hat buttons are your eyes?
Maybe. That's quite possible.
He said, you need to put googly eyes on the hat.
Probably not. It's actually a wool felt hat. So I kind of don't want it. Well, I could probably attach it to here. Bing, 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 bing. So yeah, right now we're just kind of wasting shellac on the test handle. And we'll probably be done here in a bit, just because, it's 11. So we actually at least lasted an hour before I said, yeah, we really don't have anything to do.
Chill Slime 741 said, oh good, I was worried you were putting shellac on the handles before the stain dried.
No, this is just one that I tested all the colors of on, and I'm just shellacking the side anyways, because getting an idea of what it's going to look like when you put shellac on. But I'm also wasting the shellac in this jar so I can just clean it and I can get a new lid for it.
So what stains did you end up using?
Provincial. Okay, yeah, let's do this. This one is Provincial, and this one is Special Walnut. They look better on camera than they look in person. That's funny. They do still have quite a bit of red in them, but when I put the shellac on
the two stains that I purchased.
Yeah. Well, I also don't have my walnut, my antique walnut anymore. But they did the best at incorporating the leftover red from sanding down the handles. Like, the mahogany looked okay, but it looked too close to Provincial. It was way too close to Provincial. And then ebony just, you could tell that like it was black and then there would be a streak of pinkish color in it. And you're just like, that looks bad. But from what I can tell, when I put the shellac on, it really evens out the red. So I think we're doing good on that.
You have the antique walnut color, but only as a stain-in poly.
Yeah, it is a stain poly coat. It's what was used on the writing desk and the circle table and stuff like that, because it's actually just what my dad does is if we have any heartwood springwood combos in there with the nice white streak in walnut, antique walnut will literally make it where you, unless you know what you're looking for, you won't find that streak. That's literally what he uses it for, and since it's also a poly, he uses it as his finish, so he can just stain in poly and be done. A few layers of that stuff, and you've got a rock hard finish. And you honestly can't tell where the white wood of walnut was at that point. So he uses it as kind of a workaround for having to deal with the heartwood whitewood issue of walnut. But I think with this, I think we should probably call it a day. It's like I can only entertain you guys through watching stain dry so long. But like I said, you can definitely tell here, the handles are definitely different colors, so I definitely will not have a problem telling my carcass saw from my tenon saw ever again. Oh yeah, that right there's the red can of Justice for anything I use oil-based. So we're gonna turn the speaker off real quick. That way I can surf Twitch a bit and see who we're gonna raid to, because this is, like I said, this is gonna be a chill, fast stream today, because paint drying is typically short for me. And I don't see anyone streaming, geez. Unless it's just not showing. Oh, well. Ooh. So Twitch is just being evil and not showing me. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got 20, but you know what? We're gonna go to Crea Natura. They were formerly known as The Forge with 3s. Let's see if I can type Crea Natura. Double check, and we're gonna raid my buddy Hansa. Let me make sure I got this spelt right. Crea Natura.
Clean up your workspace.
We will. Let me go grab, yeah, I will. It's gonna be done off screen, you know that, but. So guys, have a good one. Definitely say hi to Hansa for me. He's a great smith, and you guys will absolutely love hanging out with him. Till then, I'll see you guys Wednesday. We'll figure out what we're doing then. All right. Have a good one, guys.